Hey guys, this is November the 10th, 2022, and I got an important message today. Um, this is really, this message has been coming up for a while. Um, in meditation, it always comes up, but here lately, uh, it's been coming up more, I think, because uh, I'm being hit with some new, I'm being targeted, and I'm being hit with some new stuff in my house. They're spraying some a different kind of chemical, inside my house now, and uh, it's it's coming through the duct. It's coming through the duct work. I'm pretty sure, and it is cold. When it hits my nose, it's cold. So I'm thinking it might be Freon, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, it makes me throw up. It makes me just nauseous and throw up. It gives me headaches, dizziness, and vertigo. And I've had all that for the past couple of weeks, on and off. Um, so yeah, this is just their latest attempt to take me out. But I'm staying in meditation. I know where to go. I know where to go when everything starts hitting me. Right now, I'm keeping all my doors and my windows open to keep my air keep my house kind of aired out. Because I have to have clean air in the house. So I'm keeping my doors open even with the cool weather. I mean, I don't care. That's what I got to do. But um, so, like I said, I've been in meditation a lot because that's the only place there is for me to go. You know, um, and always the first thing that comes up when I get in meditation is do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. Okay, this has always come up in meditation, but it's coming up a lot more lately. Do not fear. That's the first thing I hear. And so what God is showing me is what God is showing me is if they can get you in fear, okay, if they can keep you in fear, then they can keep your vibrations low and they can keep you down, okay? This is their main objective, is to keep you in fear, because it's in fear is where you get sick. It's in fear is when you get depressed. It's in fear is when you have anxiety attacks and panic attacks. And it's when you start making a decline is when you're in fear. When they can put you in fear, this is when the real sickness really starts, okay? So what God is showing me is do not fear. Do not let them keep you in fear, okay? And the only way for me to get out of fear, and it's been hitting me a lot lately, and what happens is my heart will start racing real fast. My pulse will start racing, my heart will start racing, and I mean, my heart will beat so hard, it feels like it's going to come out of my chest. Okay, that's what happens to me when I have an anxiety attack or a panic attack and I can't breathe and uh, I just get dizzy but I've learned that I can go into my safe place, which is in my heart center. I go into my heart center each time the fear or the anxiety hits me, or the chemicals hit me, or the electronic weapons hit me. Right away, I go into my safe place, which is in the heart center. And then when I get in there, I start communicating with Jesus. I start communicating with God. I start communicating with the Holy Spirit. And most of the time, Jesus will come and take me by the hand, and me and him will go somewhere and just hang out. So sometimes we'll go, uh, sometimes we'll go sit under the big oak tree and just talk. And then sometimes we'll run through the rainforest and laugh our heads off. Sometimes we'll go swim under the waterfall and just laugh and cut up. Sometimes we'll climb up in the tree house and we'll get in the hammocks and just relax and eat bananas. Sometimes we'll go to the beach and just lay in the sun and let the water and the sand crabs kind of crawl around on our feet and just laugh about it. But every time I go somewhere with Jesus, it's always a lot of fun. It's peaceful. It's relaxing. There's no pressure. There's no fear. There's nothing but just being in the presence of God and Jesus and just feeling the love, feeling the love that's there. So um, I'm trying to make some suggestions about what people can do when they get in fear because, like I said, fear is their number one objective. They've got to get you in fear. Okay, they can't lower your vibration until they get you in fear. They have to get you in fear because if you're happy and you're in a vibration of love all the time, they can't touch you. I have learned this because every time I get in my heart center and I get in that vibration of love, it's like even though the storm is still raging around me, and even though the chemicals are still hitting me, they're still in my house, and even though the weapons are still hitting me in the head, it's for some reason I'm protected from it. It's like the storm can just be raging all around me, and it gets so bad sometimes I feel like I'm gonna die. I should be dead, but somehow I always pull through, and I'm okay. So what I'm saying is, if you're in the vibration of love, if you're in your heart center and you're meditating, and you're with Jesus, and you're with God, and you are having a good time hanging out with them, and you've got your consciousness level raised to those higher dimensions, then you're not going to be here, even though you are here in a physical body. Your true scent, your true self, okay, your energetic body is with Jesus, is with God, and it's within the higher dimensions. And so you're protected. You're protected. You got like a shield, a protective shield, energy shield around you. And it is actually the vibration of love. So just wanted to share with you guys what I've been doing in order to survive, okay? It's kind of like what happened to some of the folks, in the Bible. I know you know about the um, David and Goliath, and I know you know about Daniel, and that was who was thrown in the lion's den. How do you think that Daniel survived being thrown in a den of vicious lions? I know exactly how he did it. Even though his physical body was there in the flesh, his consciousness level was in the higher dimensions with Jesus, with God. He was 100% focused on God, the energy and the vibration of love, the energy and the vibration of God, the higher dimensions of God. And that's how he could stay in that den of lions and come out with not a scratch on him. Okay? This is how David defeated Goliath with a slingshot. And this is how the three Hebrew men, when they were thrown into the fire, this is how they could come out with not a hair on their head being burned. So, the point I'm making is, this is how you do it, folks. And it is scary. It is scary because you feel like, uh, on the physical level, you feel like you should be dead, okay? You feel like you really should be dead because all this stuff is attacking you. But I can promise you that if you stay with God, if you stay heart-centered with God, you're going to be okay. Okay, and there's another thing that was pointed out to me this week, and it's about the sun, okay? They don't want you in the sun. The powers that be do not want you in the sun. And I know why they don't want you in the sun. They don't, then that's why they've got that, when you look at the sun, you'll see that it looks like there's something overshadowing the sun. It looks like there's something like blocking the sun. And some people say it's a sun simulator or whatever. I don't know. It may be. But the reason they're doing that is because they know that if you get out in the sun, or if you look at the sun, that it's going to activate your DNA, and it's going to jumpstart your awakening. Okay, it's going to jumpstart your ascension. It's going to jumpstart your journey back to your God source, and they do not want that. Okay, so that's the two things that was pointed out to me recently in meditation that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope this helps somebody. I know there's other people out there that are being targeted just as bad as I am. Some not so bad, but it doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what the powers that be are throwing at you or what they're hitting you with. It does not matter how bad it is. If you get heart-centered with God and you go and hang out with Jesus, go in your heart center and you hang out with Jesus and you have fun and you keep your vibrations high and you keep your vibrations in the frequency of love, you're going to be okay. You're going to survive it, okay? That's all, folks. I love you guys.